So we all know that one friend who just radiates happiness. That one friend who's simply, fully, wholly, completely happy, and not the fake happy where they're chasing dopamine every single day or they're going out every single day. They just genuinely feel this beautiful sense of happiness in their heart. And yes, life can come shake them. Yes, bad things can happen to them. Yes, things can go haywire for them. But somehow they just bounce back and get back in this beautiful energy of being happy, being content, feeling full, regardless of their circumstances. And if you're wondering how this friend is doing it or how people do it, how people are happy regardless of what is happening in their life, then this video, you guys, is for you. Because in this video I'll share with you exactly some micro habits, some mindset shifts that you can adopt to truly become happy. And the thing that I've realized, you guys, is about being happy, about feeling good about yourself, feeling good about your life. It's literally not so much about chasing dopamine or going out or having a drink every other day. It's actually about the way you perceive things, the way you perceive yourself, the way you perceive life circumstances, and the way you bounce back from whatever happens. And if you can just understand the principles I'll be sharing with you in this video, I can promise you guys that you will yourself see the changes in your daily life. And without any further ado, let's get started. So the first thing that really helped me to truly be happy on a daily basis is to master detachment, to be completely detached from the outcomes. Now, detachment, you guys, is another name for being free. Sometimes our own attachment to things, our own attachment to the way things should be, the way people should react to us, the way our life should look like, it is our own attachment to things, to outcomes, to situations that bring us a lot of unhappiness. Now imagine if you took your efforts, you did what you had to do every single day. If it's going to work, you went to work. If it's trying to make friends, you tried to make friends. If it's, following your dream business or following your dream passions and posting videos or whatever. Imagine if you did everything that you had to do, if you did everything that was in your control, and you did that to the best of your ability. And then after that, you would detach from the results. You would detach from the outcome. You would detach from how things are supposed to look like or how people are going to perceive you. If you completely detach from that and you completely attach to your efforts, imagine how much happier you would feel. Because now, for the first time in your life, there would be nothing outside of you that can give you or take away your happiness. Your happiness would be completely dependent on the actions you take. If today you made sure to take all actions that you had to take, then that would be considered a happy day. Your happiness would not be dependent on the results of things. Yes, when you take action and you do everything that you're supposed to do, the results do come, but they come maybe in a year, maybe they come sometimes in 6 months, and that is something that you can't control. So why are we always fighting? Why are we always doing more and more things, manifesting, journaling, trying to script, trying to visualize, just to make sure that our ego gets our satisfactory outcome? What if we completely let go of the outcome bit and focus on our efforts and our actions? And if we can just do that, you guys, trust me, you guys, it gives us so much more happiness. And another thing that I want to talk about when it comes to being detached is that detachment is not about being cold. Sometimes people say that, I'm a detached person. I don't care what happens in my life. I don't care about money. I don't care about friends because I'm detached. And that, you guys, is not the right mindset to have. Detachment is more about being yourself, being fully yourself. If you feel like, you want to talk to a friend because something is bothering you, you be yourself in that situation and you speak to your friend and you speak your piece. But then what happens from that, how your friend perceives you, that you need to be detached from. If you're in a relationship and things happen, problems come, you speak your piece, you say what you feel, you do what you have to do, you try to solve it. But at the same time, what happens from that, what the outcome is, that is what you need to detach from. So it's not about completely letting go or giving up on things and not trying and just, being in your, little bubble. It's actually about doing everything that you can on your part and then being detached from whatever happens after that. And I think when you can do that, that is when you can truly, you guys, feel happy and fulfilled within yourself. So one way to truly implement this in your day-to-day life is that before you take any action, make sure you do it to the best of your abilities. Whether it is trying to start a YouTube channel, make sure you put in all the effort that you can. But after that, say to yourself that I release the outcome, I release the need for it to happen ASAP, I release how people are going to perceive me or how this thing is going to be, or what the outcome is going to be, and I completely focus on my actions. And this may sound like a tiny shift that you're making, but trust me, you guys, try this and you will yourself see the changes in your life. Now the second thing that will truly make your life not just happy, fulfilling, and just good life, but will also help you to quantum leap in your dream reality is to add passion to every single thing that you're doing. So many of us, I feel like we live life on an easy mode. We take the easy thing. Like if we have to cook something, then we'd rather just like, you know, order something from outside and just eat that and make sure that we just well fed. Or if we have to go, you know, we have to go travel every single morning, we'll just like get up in the morning, we'll be like, oh my god, I have to travel. We'll, you know, wear our makeup or we'll wear our dress in like, you know, the most boring, mundane way. We won't really think about our outfits. We'll go out, we'll take the tube, or we'll take, you know, whatever we travel by, and we'll just like, you know, do our thing and come back and sleep. And you know, just living a life like this can feel convenient, can feel nice, but this is the very thing, you know, it's always the little things. This is the very thing that is killing your joy on a daily basis. We literally have forgotten to be passionate about things, be passionate about life, and we just think that, you know, our life is shit and our life is mundane and every single thing in our life is mundane, so why even bother? And when we forget to bother, that's when life forgets to feel like a movie, you know. And that is just one thing that I've seen in my life, right? So right now I've moved to London, and initially, you know, it was a little difficult for me to settle down. It was a little difficult for me to just like manage everything and cook for myself, clean after myself and all these things, you know. I've never done that, so it was a little difficult. But you know, the more I was complaining about that fact that I have to wake up and do this, do that, like cook, clean, go take the tube and reach college, and now I have to think about my outfits and all these things, like the more I was stressing about it, the more mundane and the more dull it felt. But then I just sat and I was like, you know what, I am in London right now. It's like one of the best cities in the world. It's one of the best cities on the planet, honestly. And here I am complaining about all these things. So what am I doing wrong that I'm not enjoying this life as much as I thought I would? Like, why am I not like, you know, loving it right now? Because every single thing, every single outcome in your life is a result of your own perception and your own actions. So you can either be that person who's always outsourcing your power, outsourcing, you know, what is happening to you, and take life in a way where, you know, everything is happening to you, or you can just sit down and analyze that, why am I not liking this? And you know, when I did that, I was like, you know what, I want to add more passion in this. Like, I want to live more intentionally, I want to live more happily. So how can I start my day tomorrow, and what actions can I take, how much energy can I put in my daily actions to just like make this a little more interesting? And I did that. So I woke up in the morning, and this time, instead of being like, okay, I have to go to college, I have to do this, I woke up with more passion. I was so excited. I made a gratitude list about all the things I'm grateful for. And then I got up, you know, I like literally opened the window and the sun was out, so I felt really, really good. And then I literally went for a bath, and I put on my favorite outfit. I put on a belt, I put on a watch, I put on really good makeup, and I put some music to just like get myself in the mood. And then I went to like the grocery store nearby, and this time, instead of thinking that I have to do groceries or I have to do these chores and I have to go to college and all these things, I was like, I get to do groceries. I get to go in this beautiful store. I get to select what sauce I want, what pasta I want, what, you know, what cake I want, what pastry I want, what vegetables I want. And instead of thinking of it as a chore, I made sure I dressed well, I looked good, I put on makeup, and I just like did my grocery shopping, okay? And that mundane grocery shopping, you guys, felt so good to me. Like, I just felt so much more alive. And I was like, oh my god, I'm in London, I'm grocery shopping. But I had my music on, and then, you know, I did that. I came back, I made pasta for myself, I made coffee for myself. And this time, the same day that was feeling like a mundane day for me felt like the best day ever. And instead of, you know, rambling about how I have to do all these things, or rambling about why my life is not good, or how it's like a big change for me, instead of doing that, just by embracing the little things, it made me feel very, very good. And I had the best day. And that made me realize that it wasn't that my life was bad, or I had to struggle, or, you know, the weather is affecting me, or loneliness is hitting. None of that was true. It was the way I was, you know, taking my efforts, and how much passion I had, or how much energy I had whilst doing the things I was already doing. And this, again, I know sounds like a very small shift, a very small thing that, you know, so many people overlook. But trust me, you guys, try it. Tomorrow, wake up with passion, okay? Wake up with something in your heart, something in your energy, and make like a gratitude list, and feel truly, truly happy and truly, truly grateful about your day. And even if you have to go to work and you have to do your mundane things, or you have to do some things that you don't like, just make sure to do it in a passionate way. Like, make sure you romanticize that thing, and then come back and tell me how your day went. That same day that usually is very mundane and you don't like it, that same day literally turns magical. And it has happened with me. And the thing with gratitude and passion is that it has an amplifying power. Gratitude, passion, love, excitement is an energy of its own, right? And we all know that like attracts like. So if I feel grateful every single day, if I feel energetic every single day, if I perform in my best frequency, in my true high vibrational frequency, what then happens is that every single thing in my universe and in my reality starts to vibrate on that frequency. And when we are in alignment to our highest vibrational frequency, for our highest vibrational self, we literally attract the things that are of that frequency as well. And that is when the right opportunities show up, the right people show up. You are just, grocery shopping and you meet like this random stranger who ends up literally becoming a best friend. Or you are going for this career fair or this networking event, instead of like, blaming someone or being like, I don't want to do it, instead of having that mindset or that frequency or that energy, when you say, I'm excited, I want to wear my best outfit, I want to look my best, I want to dress my best, I want to speak in the best way possible, I don't want to be attached to any outcome, and you show up with that frequency, you meet your future CEOs or you meet someone who's going to give you your dream job. And that thing, you guys, is very, very, very real. And you are literally choosing your timeline every single day based on the frequency you have in the current moment. So if your frequency is high, your timeline literally shifts. The people you attract literally shifts, and it shifts to a timeline of prosperity and abundance. But if you're complaining and you're blaming and you're victimizing yourself, then again, you are the only one who's creating a reality. So your timeline shifts to a worse reality. Yes, the people will be the same, the story will be the same, the set will be the same, but the way the movie plays out will be in correspondence to the frequency you have. And that is why, you guys, this point is so important. Make sure that you know how to regulate your emotions and you know how to switch yourself from a negative perspective to a positive perspective. And not just this, I want you to also have passion in your life for anything that you do. I want you to follow your passion. So say, for example, if you're sitting in bed and you get this urge to just go grocery shopping or to just go sit and work in a cafe, or this, this inspiration to join the gym, I don't want you to get these urges or these inspirations and then like literally shut it down. No, if you get that urge, if you get that inspiration, I want you to act on that, because that inspiration is coming from your soul. That inspiration is from your soul for you to evolve yourself into your higher timeline. So when I'm like, I really want to join the gym, I really want to eat healthy, I really want to exercise, I really want to do my skincare, my soul is like, you really should do these things. And yes, I do get excited, but I never act on that urge. Guess what happens? I never reach that higher timeline. Because imagine if I did all these things, imagine if I followed every single passion that I had, every single inspiration that I had, I would literally be living in a better reality, because joining the gym will make me look good, doing my skincare would make my skin look better, and also when I do all these things, because I look better, I feel better, my energy is higher, I attract better opportunities. And as we know, every single thing, you guys, in this universe is connected. So the more you follow your passion, the more you follow your soul's guidance, because it is nothing but your soul's guidance, your soul's intuition, the more you walk on that path, the more gets revealed to you. So make sure that whatever inspiration you have, whatever urge you have, if it's to join a dance class, if it's to start a YouTube channel, if it's to start your dream business or invest more in your singing skills, or maybe become like a healthy girl from now, healthy guy from now, please, you guys, follow that, because that is just one hint that your soul just gave you. When you follow that one hint, your soul will give you more hints, and then you follow those more hints and your entire blueprint will start to unfold right in front of your eyes. And then when you end up at your final destination, you will literally look back and you'll be like, oh my god, every single thing was connected, every single thing led me to where I am here today. And that will feel like the happiest thing that you can do for yourself. And this brings me to my third point, which we've discussed a little bit, but let's go deeper, is to always have a perspective about things. Now, as I said, your reality is not what is happening to you. It is not your external circumstances. It is not people being mean to you. It is not people being rude to you. Yes, you can experience all these things. Yes, there can be circumstances that can make you feel a certain way, but the way you look at it, the way you see it, the way you perceive it is all that matters. Say for example, you're being bullied. Now, I know it's a very, very, very bad experience and no one should ever experience that, but even then, there are two types of perspectives on it, right? The first perspective is that all of these things are happening to me, I don't know what to do, I feel like I'm suffering every single day, life is suffocating for me, I want to get out of the situation, I don't know what to do, and you completely let yourself swallow in that pity and swallow in that thing. Now, of course, it is a bad thing, and there's no denying that the person who is doing it is wrong, and yes, you should take a stand for it. But I'm talking about the suffering you feel from it. Now the second perspective is, this is happening, this is not good, this is making me feel bad. So yes, definitely stand up against it, do whatever you have to do to get yourself out of the situation. But then after that, see it like a perspective, see it like a lesson that, you know what, this thing happened, maybe it was supposed to be in my reality to build my resilience, to build my strength. And maybe yes, it did feel bad, it did feel like, you know, I didn't like it, but maybe it also grew me as a person. And now, because I've dealt with this sort of a situation, because I've dealt with this sort of a thing in my life, I have more resilience, I have more power, which will help me in my reality. Now person A is suffering, person A is feeling bad, person A is not feeling good about these things, and at the same time person A is not growing, right? Person B had the same experience, but because they were able to have a perspective shift about it, because they were able to see the lesson in it, see the blessing in it, they became stronger as a result of it, and they no longer suffer because of it. Person A, no matter what happens, whenever they think about the situation, they will still suffer because the lesson hasn't been extracted from that suffering. And person B, because they could, you know, experience it, you know, they could see what happened, but because they did not let their circumstance define them, they took that experience and they stopped suffering from it, and they took it as a lesson to become better. So even though both people had the same situation, person B never really suffered from it. They learned from it and they evolved themselves from it. And person A, even though had the same situation, just could not help but suffer every single day, right? And that is the worst situation to be in. And that's the lesson I have for you guys, that no matter what happens in your life, no matter what external circumstance comes in your life, you still have the power to choose if you're gonna suffer from this or not. You can either look at it like this thing that is happening to you, or you can shift your perspective and see that this thing is happening for you, okay? And try to do the best from the situation. Try to make the most of the situation, because usually, you guys, the reason why we have these hard things that happen to us, and even for me, I've seen the worst phases in my life, the worst, like, you know, things where it felt like the walls are literally shutting down. Even though it was hard, even though it was painful, it helped me become who I am today. It gave me the maturity, it gave me the confidence, it gave me the emotional resilience that I needed to have. And because I could have that perspective shift, I struggled less, I suffered less, and I don't even feel any emotional reaction to it when I think about it now. Okay, and that is what perspective can do for you. So no matter what happens in your life, always ask yourself, will I let myself suffer because of this, or will I become stronger because of this? And that brings me to my last point. And this again, you guys, will do wonders. I promise you, it will do wonders for your happiness. And that is to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself in every possible way. Number one, invest in the way you look. Now this is not just about being shallow and looking good, but let me tell you, when you look good, when you are investing in your skincare, in your hair care, in your outfits, in the way you present yourself, in the way you communicate with other people, in the way your energy is, the more you invest in yourself, the more physical, literal changes you can see in yourself in the mirror. And you know what that does? It makes you feel high vibrational. It makes you feel good. It increases your confidence in yourself. And even though it is all external and you just see it, because you feel more confident about yourself, because you feel more confident about your looks, the way you carry yourself becomes completely different. And I have seen this with myself. Whenever I have not invested in myself, you know, maybe I ate too much chocolate and I had like a really bloated face, when I looked at myself in the mirror, even though I knew I have a personality and I have things that I like about myself, I just didn't feel good. And yes, I could shut that feeling and I could say that I'm amazing, I'm loving, I'm pretty, I'm magnetic, but because something in me did not feel good about myself, my energy was off in the day, and the way I experienced the day was also off. But on the days when I wake up and my skin is clear, my skin is glowing, my hair is good, and like I just look good and I dress well, because I look at myself in the mirror and I feel good, I feel confident, because I have that confidence about myself. When I walk out, I just feel amazing. And because now that I feel more hot, more magnetic, more confident, the way people perceive me because of the way I feel about myself is completely different. And that makes my reality 100x better, and that makes me feel more happy. So it is very important, you guys, to invest in our looks. It is not just to impress other people, but it is to literally feel good about ourselves when we walk out the door. Because when we can feel good about ourselves, when we can feel magnetic and confident and all these things, people can sense that energy. People can sense that, oh my god, this person has this confidence on them, they have this aura on them, they have this charm on them, and whatever they have going on, I want to be a part of that. I want to give them the job because they feel good, you know, their energy feels nice. I want to network with them, or I want to watch the YouTube videos because there's something like, it makes me feel good about myself because your energy is transferable. So when you feel good, other people feel good in your energy, and it literally helps you so much in your life, in your friendships, in your networking, and in your relationships. So make sure you guys, you're completely and utterly and wholly invested in the way you look. And these habits might feel small, but just try it out, you guys. Try it out for one day. Invest in yourself. This is all earned wisdom that I have, that I've learned from my own experiences. And if I knew this sooner, my life would have been 100x better. Just implement these things and come back and tell me how your life completely changes. And I know I spoke a little bit about, you know, investing in your look, but the second thing that you have to do is to also invest in your confidence, in the way you perceive yourself, and, you know, build an attractive, charming aura and all these things to also just feel good about yourself. So if you're wondering how to do that, I also have a separate video all about that, which I'll link right here, so you can check this video out. And if you like this video, you can hit the like button, you guys, because I think that will help me with my, you know, reach and stuff, and I could use that. Subscribe to the channel if you like content about becoming your best version. And yeah, thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. I will see you in my next one.